All right, gang. Let's just recap and go over what we just seen today. All right, so we seen gold. This was March 8th, 2022. We seen gold go all the way to 270. This is an all-time high now, 270, 269, all-time high, March 8th, 2022. It gets all the way up here, and we see what this bearish engulfing pattern, black candlestick is engulfing this yellow candlestick, and it goes all the way back down to TP20, take profit 20. Once price gets to take profit 20, we see wicks. Now let's know that sellers are losing momentum, and buyers make what, higher highs and higher lows, breaking structure, breaking this downtrend. It makes higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, all the way back up here to 2056, right? So when price gets up here to 2056, mind you, we're still in a downtrend. This is a downtrend because we see this bearish engulfing pattern. Our price got all the way up to 2070, tested our all-time high, at 2075. It's our all-time high that gold got to all-time high. 2070, it tested it, it goes all the way to 2070, goes back down, makes a lower low, and then, breaks structure and makes higher highs all the way up to 2059. Gets up here, once price gets up here, we have our trend line. Once price breaks this trend line, it starts to make what, lower lows from 2059 all the way down to 2052. We draw our Fibonacci here, right? You could have entered at 2056. You could have entered multiple times here. You could have entered once price breaks this breaks this trend line. It was in a mini uptrend. Once price breaks this trend line, it's continuing this downtrend. It was already in a downtrend at TP20. It tests all the way back up to 2059 before heading back down to TP20, 27 extension, even goes lower for the day, right? This is March 9th. So this is March 8th. All this is March 8th when this happened, when it went up to 2070 all-time high for the year. This is an all-time high now for the year. This is an all-time high for the year. We can call this, all-time high. All-time high is 270, right? This is an all-time high for the year for gold. 2070 all-time high for gold, right? So boom, we have our all-time high up here, all-time high 2070. It goes all the way back down to 2020. Take TP20, take profit 20, heads back up to 2059, right? All-time high 2070, right? So boom. Once price gets all the way up here, to back up to 2059 after retesting all the way down to take profit TP20 2020, it goes all the way back up to 2059, continuing, retesting back up to 2059. After making a lower low, it will retest back up before continue making a lower low and continuing this downtrend back down to TP20. So it makes a lower low, breaks this trend line, boom, at 2052. It finally breaks this trend line around 2057, goes all the way to 2059, breaks this trend line around 2057, breaks this trend line, boom, okay, at 0.786 Fibonacci, right? Now, once price breaks this trend line, it will retest back up after making a lower low. It'll retest back up and make a lower high before making a lower low, before making a lower high, before making a lower low, before making a lower high, and eventually makes a lower low all the way down to 0.27, 27 extension TP20 back down to take profit 20, where it was just at March 8th after making its all-time high up here to 2070 TP20 at 2020. It retested back up and eventually gets back down here, right back down to TP20, right? It's right back down to TP20, boom, eventually, right? And this happened around 4:15 in the morning, March 9th, 2022. From then on, it never gets back up to its all-time high, and it heads all the way back down. Boom, goes all the way down past TP20, goes past all these our take profit levels. So again, it goes past all our take profit levels, TP20, TP19, TP18, TP17, and eventually goes all the way down to TP15, 1975. Gang, and eventually even goes, a little bit further past TP7, TP15, take profit 15, 1975. Before heading back up, it goes all the way to take profit 14. I'm just clone this real fast. It goes all the way to take profit like basically 14. 2070 take profit 14 starts at 2000. 1971, 1970 take profit 14 starts at 1965. So major move for gold. It goes all the way down here, and before heading back up. Right. Just remove this watch list real fast so we can see more. All right. So we have our all-time high up here at 270, and it goes and gold heads all the way down to take profit 14, around take profit 14 to 1970 before heading back up. Right. So I'm just clone this real fast. Just clone that actually, that over here, cool, and drag that right there, right? So it gets all the way down to take profit 14, 1970 before heading back up, making what higher highs, breaking high this making after price makes a downtrend like this, a major downtrend. This is on the 15. After price goes all the way down from this all-time high, all-time high 2070, all the way back down to take profit 14. Right, we will do what? We will draw our trend line. Right, boom, draw our trend line. Boom, from here to here, all the way up from 2059 where it first started at, right? All-time high is 270, right? And we will draw our trend line, right? Where we were in a downtrend from 2059 all the way down to 1971, right? Take profit 14, right? All-time high 2070, boom, we get all the way down to 1971 from March 9th all the way down to March 10th. You can see gold, we was in a downtrend with gold, right? Right down to 1970, right? We have our trend line, boom. Once price breaks this trend line, you can see price breaks this trend line, boom, it breaks this trend line. We can see it right here. Boom, price breaks this trend line. It starts what? It starts making what? Higher highs, right? Breaking structure. This downtrend is no longer in effect. We're no longer in a downtrend. It breaks this trend line, breaks this downtrend, and down what? Price makes higher highs and higher lows, right? Makes a higher high and a higher low. Then what? Makes a higher high, right? All the way back up to take profit 18, 2005, right? Take profit 18, 2000. So again, right? Price breaks this trend line. We was in it was in a downtrend all the way from March 9th, 2022, around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. We see gold moving, and it heads all the way down, all the way to March 9th, March 10th, 2022. March 10th, from March 9th, all the way down to March 10th, we seen gold head from 2059 all the way down to um, 1971, right? March 10th, right? March 10th, price breaks this trend line and heads back up, starts making higher highs. Right back up to take profit 16, our psychological level, then makes a higher low, right back down to take profit 15, makes a higher high, makes a higher low. What? Creating structure, creating what? Higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. This lets us know we're in an uptrend. We eventually see a higher high all the way up to what? Take profit 18, right? It consolidates at take profit 18 before what? Heading back down to take profit 16 before, now gold is, at take profit 17 right now at 2000 and 2001, right? Let me just double check that. Yeah, 2000, right? So, gang, this is how we trade. Wait for price to break this trend line. You can see we was in a downtrend from March 9th, from 2059 all the way down to 1971. It breaks this trend line, makes higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. Wait for price to break this trend line. Be super patient. And then it happened around till 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it breaks this trend line, and then price what makes a higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. Eventually makes a higher low back down here, and eventually around 5 o'clock, 5:30 makes a higher high to New York session, 8 o'clock. back up to 2008, and you could have took profit. All right, gang.